It's time for Polo Mints to take the stage here on Walking the Candy Aisle. Hey everyone, I am Jeff, and I've got a review for you today of the original Polo Mints. That is right, Polo, 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 Polo. What can you say about this? Well, this is a mint that is not available here in where I live in Canada or in the United States, as far as I know. It's the mint with the hole. Yes, they, like their counterpart, Lifesavers, have a ring with a hole in the middle. In fact, that design is has been hotly contested between Polo, owned by Nestle, and Lifesaver, owned by Mars, including some legal action taken over the shape of the Polo. Now, polos were invented in 1939, but marketed really in the UK in 48. There were some delays due to the war. I will say this though, lifesavers were invented in like 1912. So, and lifesavers did start with mint flavoring, although of course they're so much better known for their fruit flavoring. And that's really what sort of made lifesavers popular, was their sort of that the process where they were able to make those kind of hard candies using the fruit flavors, um, you know, unlike anyone else had ever done before. So while Lifesavers may have started with the mint, I get the impression perhaps that Polo are the really ones that pioneered and popularized mint candies. Although I will say, growing up, I always really thought of Lifesavers as the fruit candies, and then when I was thinking about mints, I thought of Certs. I don't know if you know Certs. They look similar to Polo and Lifesavers, only they don't have a hole in the middle. They do have kind of a depression in the middle, but it's not quite a hole. Certs, of course, they're in the United States and Canada, are fairly well known. I think they were the first mint marketed in the United States as like a breath mint. And there was always sort of mint flavoring, but I think they were framed as kind of mint flavored candies up into the 60s. And then in the 60s, 70s, they started saying, hey, well, mints are good for bad breath, and they're good for, it's more of like they just, put like a cosmetic spin on the candy itself. They're still candy, guys. Let's face it, though. Anyway, Polo Original is the peppermint flavor. Polo does come in a number of different flavors. I think their more common alt SKUs are the spearmint and something else that I can't remember right now. Anyway, this is the original Polo. It is a UK product. Let's give it a shot, as we like to do here. I'm sure I read how many mints are in one of these packages, but I can't for the life of me remember. There's a few. There's enough. All right, well, there's one. I always like these kind of packaging that you get with your various kind of mints and savers. Is it bigger than a Lifesaver? I don't know. It's pretty much the exact same size, and like a Lifesaver, it says Polo right on it there. You can't help but compare it to a Lifesaver, guys. It's maybe not quite as round as a Lifesaver, a little bit more of a straight edge, but pretty similar. I think for most consumer purposes, you'd just say like, oh yeah, this is just like your average Lifesaver. Let's give the mint a try. Peppermint. See how it tastes. I actually am a pretty big mint fan. Well, I guess I was. I guess I always say that, but to be honest, I haven't really eaten mints in a while. I used to. I used to have mints all the time. Like, I feel like in the early 2000s there was like a mint craze. Maybe it was even the late 90s, like the sort of like the Altoid sort of like when they became popular, right? So, even sucking on it, really pretty strong peppermint flavor. Biting into it, it's good. I don't know. It's actually not as strong as I thought it would be when biting into it. Nothing to see here. Standard sort of minty inside. Hard candy. It's... Is it as strong as a candy cane? Couldn't say. I think maybe it's a little less strong. There's a little happy face for you there, guys. I think it's a little less strong than a candy cane, say. With so many mint products on the market nowadays, I got to think that I'm not sure why you're getting sort of a kind of a bland mint like this. I don't know. Also, I feel like people have moved away from peppermint as a core mint flavor. Like, I know that it is like the popular flavor, but I feel like I'm much more interested in a spearmint or some kind of alt mint flavor. Not that spearmint's particularly like avant-garde or anything, but my real like feeling honestly on this is like, oh, ho hum, it's kind of like bland. Would I feel differently if I had grown up eating Polos and I don't know, had some weird nostalgia for it? Maybe, but I gotta say I don't. I'd rather go for an Altoid. I'd rather go for, a Frisk or something like with a bit more kick to it than this, because this seems kind of like meh. I wouldn't pass it up if someone offered me a Polo, I guess, but it's not rocking my socks, guys. If you like Polos, why don't you let me know why in the comments below, because for me, they seem kind of bland. Walking the Candy Aisle is going to rate the Polo Original. I'm going to rate it a 3 out of 5. That's just how I feel about it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But the mint world is a big and busy place these days. And I don't know that Polo, has anything really special to offer. So sorry, I don't mean to hurt those Polo enthusiasts' feelings out there, but that's my take on it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please click the links you see on the screen if you'd like to see more reviews. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you so much. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.